Hello students, welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College, and all the 7th standard students are welcome to my YouTube channel. Students, we are going to start with English grammar for standard 7th. Today's topic will be kinds of sentences. So students, let's understand first the meaning. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense and is meaningful. Okay? Now, for example, if we see the Nile is a river in Egypt, or we must always speak the truth. This is a group of words which makes a complete sense, and that is why it is called as a sentence. We will first understand what is a sentence. A group of words that have a particular meaning is called sentence. Or in other words, a group of words which makes complete meaning is called sentence. It includes subject, verb and other words. Let's try and understand the different types of sentences. There are 4 types of sentences. Okay, we are going to see the first type of sentence, which is called as assertive sentence. Second one is called as imperative sentence. Third type is called as interrogative sentence, and fourth type is called as exclamatory sentence. So students, let's understand in short what are these 4 types of sentences. Declarative sentences are called as statement. Interrogative means asking question. Imperative sentences are command sentence, and exclamative is called for exclamation. Now let's understand with the statements and examples. Assertive sentence or declarative sentence. Now students, do remember assertive sentences are also called as declarative sentence. The sentence which states or declares something is called an assertive or declarative sentence. For example, Virat Kohli is the captain of Indian cricket team. This is a simple statement, that is why we can tell them as assertive or declarative sentence. Let's see the second statement. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. That is why it is called as assertive or declarative sentence. Now students, assertive sentences can be divided into 2 types. First one is called as affirmative sentence, and second one is called as negative sentence. For example, affirmative sentences convey a positive idea, and negative sentences, they convey a negative idea. These sentences we are going to study ahead. Now let's continue with the second kinds of sentence, that is imperative sentence. Imperative sentences are those sentences which expresses a command, a request, an advice or a wish. Now in the first example, as you can see, shut the door. This is giving a command. In the second sentence, don't waste your time. They are requesting us that we should never waste our time. Let's see the third one. Please help the orphan children. It is an advice. And the last one is may God bless you. This is the wish. Now students, we will start with the third statement, that is called as interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences are those sentences which ask a question and it is followed by a question mark. Example, where did you buy this cell phone? Question mark. Have you finished your homework? Question mark. Do you know my name? Question mark. So in the above statement, we can come to know that if it is asked as a question and followed by a question mark, these sentences are called as interrogative sentence. Now let's have a look with the fourth statement, that is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences are these sentences which expresses a sudden or a strong feeling followed by an exclamatory mark. Now see the examples. The first one, how cold the night is. Exclamatory sentence, because exclamatory sign, because it is giving a sudden feeling about how the night is so cold. Second one, hooray, we have won the series. It is showing an expression of happiness. Third one, alas, many people died in the floods. In the third statement, we can feel the sadness, the sorrowness. That is why we are using alas with an exclamatory sign. And last one, hello, how do you do? Now here we are wishing somebody. So everywhere, wherever there is a strong or a sudden feeling, we have to follow with an exclamatory mark, and that is why these sentences are called as exclamatory sentences. Now let's study this all sentences in detail. The first one is assertive or declarative sentence. I have already told you, students, assertive sentences are also called as declarative sentence. Let's see the definition. When a sentence makes a statement and gives us information about a noun, is said to be an assertive or declarative sentence. An assertive or declarative sentence always ends with a period or a full stop. As you can see it over here, there is a punctuation mark given as a dot, which is called as a full stop. We will see further with the examples. Now students, previously I have told you that assertive sentences can be divided into two types. One which is called as affirmative sentence, which convey a positive idea, and second which is giving a negative sentence that conveys a negative idea. Let's have some special facts, or let's learn about assertive sentences. Now see students, point number 1, the assertive sentence always begins with the subject. Second, the assertive sentence gives negative information which contains words such as no, not, none, nothing, never, etc. An assertive or declarative sentence always ends with a period or a full stop. Now students, let's see with few examples. Example, Rahul is playing. I don't like cake. Here we have one affirmative sentence and one negative sentence. The next example is, I went to the shop today. And next one, my name is Jasmine. Students, let's highlight what is declarative or assertive sentence. A statement that tells us something and it ends with a full stop. Imperative sentence. A sentence that gives an order and command, a request, a suggestion, proposal or instruction is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence begins with a verb and ends with a period or full stop. Let's see some few facts about the imperative sentences. The imperative sentence does not have a subject. The subject you is understood. Second point, the imperative sentence gives negative information which begins with don't or do not. Now students, let's see some few examples about imperative sentence. The first example is, open the door, which is expressing command. Second one, don't touch it, it is an advice. Third one, please give me your pen, which is request. And fourth one, forgive me sir, it is a wish. These all sentences are called as imperative sentences. The next example is, please complete your homework for tomorrow. That means it is request. It is a request that you have to complete your homework. And second one, go to school now. That means it is a command. So students, you must have understood what are imperative sentences. Let's have a look once again for the definition. Imperative sentences tell someone to do something. It can be a command or a request, and it ends with a full stop. Interrogative sentence is the third type. Let's have a look. A sentence that asks a question or request information is called an interrogative sentence. It always ends with a question mark. Here also we are having some special facts about interrogative sentences. Now students, in interrogative sentence we have two special types. One is called as yes or no type of a question, and second one is called as WH questions. Let's have a look. Now see students, interrogative sentences are of two kinds. One is WH question and second one which is called as verbal questions or yes or no type of questions. Now what are WH questions? Let's have a look. In WH questions, these are called as direct questions that begin with a WH word. How, what, when, where, why, which, who, whose and whom. Students, yes. How is also considered as a WH question because it asks for information. WH questions ask information. That is why these questions begins with WH words. For example, where does he go? Who is your favorite hero? The next example is, what is your name? Where do you live? These are all WH question because it starts with WH words. Now students, let's start with the next question, that is yes or no type of questions. These are questions for which the answer could be either a yes or a no. These questions begin with any of the following helper verbs. Helper verbs are auxiliary verbs. For example, is, are, was, were, am, will, shall, has, have, had, do, does, did, can, could, would, should, may, might and must. For example, is he coming? Shall I come too? Had they finished? May I come along? So these are some of the few examples of yes or no type of questions. See some few more examples. Are you going? May I come in, sir? I hope so students. You must have understood the difference between WH question and verbal questions, that is yes and no questions. In the interrogative sentence, we ask a question. It ends with a question mark. Example, where do you live? What time did you go to the shop? There are two types. One is called as WH question and second one is called as yes and no type of question. Here also there are few more examples about WH question and yes or no type of questions. Students, even question tags are also a type of interrogative type of questions. Let's start with the last part of this sentence, which is called as exclamatory sentence. A sentence that conveys an excitement or emotion of the speaker is an exclamatory sentence. We use an exclamatory mark at the end of the sentence. Special facts about the exclamatory sentence are as follows. Some exclamatory sentence begins with the word what, followed by a noun phrase. Second point, some exclamatory sentences begin with the word how, followed by an adjective or adverb. And third, the subject and the verb in the exclamatory sentences either occur at the end of the sentence or are left out completely. Let's see with the help of few examples. What a beautiful flower it is. Second one, how kind he is. That means we are expressing our sudden feelings with an exclamatory sign. One more example in front of you. I feel so sad with an exclamatory sign. And last one, today is the best day ever with an exclamatory sign that shows the strong feeling. So students, we have completed here with the kinds of sentences. Sentences are of four types: declarative or called as assertive sentence also, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative sentence. Let's have a quick review of whatever we have studied with the definition and few examples. As you can see above, the types of sentences with definition and examples. Now students, you are going to copy down the examples, the definitions, and plus there is a small exercise for all of you. In the above statement, you can see there are questions with the answers given to you. In the next one, you will see there are 10 questions which are given with the answer key. All of the students are requested to please complete your books, everyone. Thank you so much.